Welcome everyone to Let's Talk Nüvida. I know a lot of you are maybe a little confused because this page used to be Capital City Crow, but that like Coca and I are here to kind of just explain like that transition process and like kind of what happened during that whole process, like the reason why we transitioned from CCC to Nüvida. One big reason I would just get off the bat is just I feel like Capital City Crow was very focused on just like the financial aspect, whereas Nvida is now focused on like the physical health, the mental health, and the financial health. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I think it was kind of as you said, like we were at level 3 when we should have started at level 1. It's kind of jumping the gun on everything. But like it was a good learning experience, right? Because like, as we said, like it wasn't anything, no bad blood or anything where like there was a fallout and everyone disappeared. Like realistically, we ended up taking every team member for the most part and ended up picking up a couple other key players that are making it a lot easier now as we transition, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's just better for everyone also too, because like the contribution's a lot higher within this business and like whatever this venture. And also too, I think it's a lot more closer to home for a lot of people, where it's like some people are like ex-athletes, like some of you guys went to school for like actual physical health. A lot of us actually incorporated just in our daily lives to kind of stable ourselves out, like mentally, even in a way.
Yeah,
it's a release for some of us. Like others just like to do it, right? So
yeah, no, it's sick. And like I guess the name itself too, like Nüvida, it kind of like translates to new life.
Yeah, right.
So kind of like, okay, who do you want to become?
Yeah, and I think
you know what I mean, and start that new life now. That's kind of like, I guess,
we're kind of going for it, right? And it's nice too, because like I think that's why we came out like on New Year's, because it's like, you know, everybody makes those New Year's resolutions, like achievements, goals, even just like a new lifestyle that could even just be like drinking water every day, something so small but can have a really big impact. Usually a lot of people start in the new year, so I think it was like it was one of our team members' suggestions, which was really smart, because it's like it kind of flows with the new year. And I think a lot of us too, we set a lot of new goals and like achievements that we want to reach by the end of the year. So it's good to start from at the beginning of the year, because then when we do let's say 365 day challenge and see where you are next, it's going to be pretty, I guess, alarming for some of us, depending if you've done it well or if you haven't, right?
Yeah. Well, I guess what has been like your Nüvida challenge?
Mine is a K a day. It sucks, but like honestly, it sucked the first day, but it's not that bad anymore. It's like when I'm on days.
So every day 1 kilometer.
Yeah,
so,
every day.
So 365 days.
Well, yeah, we're gonna. So like,
or what?
Today's gonna be the day. So what? This is January. What day is it?
It's the 11th. 10th. Sorry, 10th. The 10th. Yeah.
The 10th. Okay. So the 10th. So what? This is my 7th day, but. Man, we did that with leg workout, so I don't know if I'm gonna run it, but I'll walk a K. That I'll do. I'll walk it for sure. I'll probably take the dog out. We'll do one quick K walk, and then I can at least say I did a K a day and I haven't backed out yet.
That's sick. That's so sick.
What about you?
Yeah, like honestly, like very similar. Just like be physically active for at least like 20 to 30 minutes a day for 365 days. Yeah, not like intense workouts every single day, because I might injure myself. I'm not stupid. But like at least like walking or hiking or jogging, I'm gonna try to push my body.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So far, like day 10, it's actually been like, I would say, pretty like heavy workouts.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But I feel like I'm capable. I feel like I'm recovering well.
You're listening to your body.
I'm listening to my body. Let's say. But like I know there's gonna be a point where like my body's gonna be like, okay, like, chill for a bit.
Pump the brakes.
I'm getting a little older now, so yeah. It's not like when we were kids running around, you know what I mean?
Do you notice that more, like as we're okay, so we're both 26 right now?
Yeah.
So do you feel like your body's slowly, like, you know how everyone used to always say, like, oh, wait till you're older, that's when you'll feel it?
Yeah.
And like, do you think it's becoming more true as the age?
Oh yeah, I've got there. I've got to the older.
Yeah? Like, saying the knees hurt, they get cold.
It's just like, cold. You need to stretch before and after, and you need to be like intense once to stretch, like at least like a 5-10 minute stretch.
Yeah.
Because I do feel like if I don't do that, like then I feel like a cramp is coming, or like or I feel like I might pull this, and it's just like it's because I'm older. I do believe that. I don't feel like super old.
Yeah.
I've also been a couch potato for the last like 6 months. Yeah. And I haven't worked out in like a real routine for the last like year or two, right? Yeah. So like that plays a big factor as well. It might not be my age. It might just be like my lazy potato lifestyle in the past. You know what I mean? But
100%. Because there's hundreds of like and thousands of older people who are like super fit, and like we're way younger.
Exactly.
Right? So I think there's no excuse in reality, right? So I think
could be a myth then. Aside from like physical activity, like the thing I love about Nvida is that like we are a lot of things. You know what I mean? We're like financial talks. Like we have a stocks and crypto talk with like
you and the boys.
myself, David, and Deshaun, and then like Claudia's bringing to a table a lot of recipes, and like Claudia can cook really good. You know what I mean? So she's gonna introduce that as well.
Yeah.
We also have mental health. So we're focusing on a wide range of things. You know what I mean? And that's what I think like I love about this like company and all of us is that we all bring something unique to the table, but at the end of the day, we value bettering ourselves in all categories, not just one.
Yeah, and I think also too kind of builds like for a better community, right? Because like for example, like with what we're doing with CCC before, it's like you were either into financials or you couldn't really be a part of it, right? Remember we were talking about that. It's like how can we like get more people to kind of like want to be incorporated or like actually want to have some influence in it, right? And it was really hard because it's either you want to be part of finances or it's like you can't do anything, right?
Yeah.
With this one, it's like you could get help from like it's not even help. It's just like you can use, I guess, what we do or take tips from whatever, or just kind of see our experiences and use that towards your life. And that's the way we do it is by sharing our experience, not necessarily just our experiences, but like we share the mental health, like the physical stuff, and people can take away whatever they want to take versus like being only exposed to one thing specifically.
Yeah, exactly.
Does that make sense?
And at the end of the day, like the brand is focused on like making sure that people feel like they're part of the brand, you know what I mean, as opposed to like separate from the brand.
Yeah.
Like so we want to like everyone who follows us and who benefits from any of our content, like we want them to feel like they're part of us as well, like feel like the accessibility of talking to any of us on a DM or anything like that, because that's the type of brand we want to bring to the table. You know what I mean? It's just like a lot accessibility, you know, we can all like learn from each other in regards to workouts or this and that, right? So
yeah, I think it goes back to like I guess that old age of sharing is caring in a way, right? Because like you can really get a lot from people just from like sharing. It's like a lot of people, like some people just love to share stuff and that's kind of their fix, right? Just as if for some other people it's like when they receive something it's a fix, right?
Yeah, true.
So I think that's interesting.
Yeah.
So what do you think of this new year? What's the one thing you really want to like do? What like a new thing you want to do? I guess this year. That could be anything. Like something that you haven't done though. Could be a hobby or anything.
I want to buy a house.
Yeah, that's smart though. That's
an investment property.
Yeah.
So like you know like might not be in London, but like at least like something I can just like
get your feet wet.
Get my feet wet.
Yeah, no, I think that's something too, especially with like as we get older. I think it's something that's more important to us versus like when we're in our 20s. I think we want to get that bug out of us, which is like partying, seeing this, traveling, getting all this stuff done versus like kind of building that home for yourself.
And I feel like we've already kind of been exposed to like assets, like small ones, like for example, like stocks and cryptos and this, that like we get the concept of assets that like I would love to get into that next step of like getting a bigger asset. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. What about you? What is something new you want to do?
For me, I think I want to make it kind of simple. Like, maybe go skydiving this year.
That's rowdy.
Yeah. Like honestly, I really thought about it. Really want to do it. I think it'd be cool.
Where you do that?
I think you can do it somewhere here, like in Grand Bend or something. Like I know it's very close. I like it's not too far. You have to go or
you sign a little waiver and you
whatever.
Get to go.
Yeah, exactly. Sign your life away and see what happens. I don't know. I think it'd be interesting, kind of cool. It's like you're like if you think of it, you're like on the brink of death at all seconds as you're falling, right? And I'll say it in a bad way, but it's like
exhilarating.
Yeah, exhilarating. It's the adrenaline rush, right? You almost feel like a bird.
Yeah, I did parasailing there. That's the closest I've got, but like you know when you're high on a boat.
How high up do you go?
I don't know. I don't honestly don't quote me, but pretty high. Like you could see all Grand Bend. Like you could see it all.
Do you feel like if you fell it hurt? Like really?
Oh
bad?
yeah, you're dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like I don't know. I've seen people do it, but I've never kind of been up there, so I don't know what the experience of like being up that high without like, you know, protection of like a plane or something.
Yeah. True. I hear that. But yeah, I guess what do you think Nvida is gonna be like in a year or so, or even two? Like you know what I mean? Like what do you want to get out of this?
I want to see
our audience and to our listeners.
Well, I don't know. I think for me, I want to see hopefully like having the same team members, and if not, picking up a couple other ones that like as I said, like are just gonna fill in those roles that kind of make everything smoother for everyone. Just make the ride a lot better, right? And then not only that, I kind of want to see like for some of us who are doing like content or like just trying to like make some form of ways to share what's going on with us. I guess that transformation, or seeing if it's still going on.
Yeah.
At that point, like
Right.
maybe it's like, I don't know, like even me, who knows? Am I really gonna do a K day every day?
Well,
I personally
Yeah.
think I am, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, and I'm telling
The
myself,
days you're not, that's
Right?
just your alter ego.
exactly, right? So like, it's kind of like saying this now. It's like just more that insight of like, is it gonna be like the consistency of it, right? Like, is this business gonna be consistent like the other one? What like just better. That's it.
Yeah.
I think I just want to see if the company is just gonna be better, and I want to see how much more engagement we have. Maybe
Yeah.
what else is even we're doing. Like, yeah. Honestly, I just want to see like overall growth.
Yeah.
That's inside the company and like outside of it also.
Yeah. No, I hear that. 100%.
What about you?
Honestly, like, yeah, same thing. Like in the sense of like, I want this to be like, a podcast where like maybe we can get the audience to even send us some questions that they have, or some topics that they want us to
Yeah.
talk about. Like, kind of want to like, like
Community
fulfill that
engagement.
need too, right? And also obviously we're thinking of having guests on this podcast as well to bring different perspectives from all different categories. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But yeah, I just want to make sure that we're bringing that kind of that value, that motivation, that extra push.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That last little like
Get me going kind of thing.
That's
Well,
it, that's
yeah,
it.
yeah. It's like it's
Tipping
yeah,
point.
Yeah, like little nitrous at the end of at the end of a race, just to pass everybody.
exactly.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fair, and I think too. Yeah, I think I kind of left that out, but yeah, with the podcast too, I really wanna. It comes back to that consistency, like us just
Yeah.
staying on top of it. Also, just being able to involve that community engagement with like
Yeah.
it's not it like it is just here us two and our thoughts, but I also want to figure out what everyone else thinks from
Exactly.
hearing about this, and then kind of not necessarily like work with that, but I want to understand it also.
Yeah,
you
for
know
sure.
what I mean? Because everyone has a perspective, right?
Yeah.
So it's like it's nice to hear others, good and bad. What is, but like the whole idea is like kind of how you take it, right?
Yeah, no, I hear that. But yeah, no, we're excited to continue this podcast. We're gonna be dropping bi-weekly, so stay tuned. And yeah, Nvida, let's talk.
Yeah. Take it easy, guys.